Alexis Winter here, backstage at Pro Wrestling. Oh, hold on. Simon, can I just grab a quick word?
Sure, go ahead.
For the Pro Wrestling 225 universe. Now, last month you were due to have a match at Honor and Pride against Brandon Collins, but you didn't show up. What was that about?
I'll tell you what that's about, Alexis. You see, at Honor and Pride, I had bigger fish to fry. Because unlike Brandon Collins, I'm actually going places in this business. And just like tonight, I got bigger fish to fry because I'm going one-on-one with Steve Anthony. You think I'm worried about Brandon Collins? But I'll tell you what, if Brandon wants to show up April 13th in Albany, Louisiana, then I'll end your punk ass once and for all.
Needs more cool-off.
Wrestling 225 family, welcome to Unleashed. I'm Spencer alongside Landon, and we are here at the historic East Park Rec Center in Houma, Louisiana for Super Gold 8.
That's absolutely right. It's finally here, celebrating 8 years of Pro Wrestling 225, and I can't think of a better person to sit next to call this show. It's going to be fun.
I appreciate that, but what I know going into tonight is that all roads lead to the Super Gold Rumble, which will be on Unleashed in just a couple of weeks. But we're kicking things off maybe the biggest way we ever have, because coming up first on Unleashed tonight is the Pro Wrestling 225 Heavyweight Championship match between the game changer Christian Blake, the winner of the Super Gold Rumble a year ago, as he defends against delicious Van Vicious.
Right, Van and Christian are going to take it back after we saw the brutal attack from Van Vicious after the match at Honor and Pride. Is Van going to put it together? Are we going to see a new heavyweight champion tonight at Super Gold?
But that's not all, because in our main event tonight, we have a return to action. The exclamation point Steve Anthony is back in Houma, back in Pro Wrestling 225, and he's got a very interesting challenger tonight in Defiant Simon Phillips.
Simon Phillips wants to take on the world. He says there is no competition like Steve Anthony. Give it to me. He wants to prove a point. He's going to have a chance tonight.
But let's get right into the heavyweight championship match. Let's get Unleashed.
Motions have been trickling down the last month, so I can't guarantee to keep the atmosphere as cordial as possible. Van Vicious, you made a horrible judgment call. You're gonna find out that your actions has consequences. There's no Jordan Ja, there's no Brett-in Landry, there's no voice of reason. I'm walking in on Saturday, March 23rd in Houma, Louisiana to the beat of my own drum. At Super Gold 8, you are going to feel the game changer. At East Park Rec Center, I'm gonna shove this knee down your throat.
Last year, Christian Blake entered Super Gold #1. This year, the Pro Wrestling 225 champion is up first.
Christian Blake is ready to set it off here in Houma, Louisiana. And I want you to notice, he is going alone tonight, Landon. And this is the second time we've seen this, right? If you remember at Honor and Pride, the story was the same, but tonight he's walking into the beat of his own drum. There is no Brett Ian Landry, there is no Jordan Ja, which means there is no voice of reason. The game changer, Christian Blake, turned Super Gold into heavyweight championship gold a year ago, and he is back here tonight in Houma, Louisiana to make a point at the expense of Van Vicious.
I don't know if you caught this, but as Christian Blake came out, he was still wearing that overboys jacket, and we've got the jacket. He draped it right here, ringside, for him to see throughout the match. I think Christian Blake is still drawing motivation from his brother. But you're absolutely right, Spencer. He's gonna have to do it on his own tonight against this man.
Van Vicious basically inserted himself into the heavyweight championship picture when he cheated to beat Brett the Threat at Iron Sharpens Iron. He got an opportunity at Honor and Pride because of it, lost fair and square, and still decided to attack Christian Blake after the match because he's still trying to force his way into grabbing that heavyweight championship. But in the words of the game changer Christian Blake, Van Vicious made a horrible judgment call. Will he realize that attacking the game changer was a mistake at Honor and Pride? Or will your girlfriend's favorite wrestler sneak his way in to becoming the Pro Wrestling 225 heavyweight champion at Super Gold?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit. And this is for the Pro Wrestling 225 Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 213 pounds. He is your girlfriend's favorite wrestler, Van Vicious.
Spencer, I don't know how you could possibly be that smug standing across the ring from Christian Blake.
It's almost, he's almost oblivious, right? But it's that delusional confidence that may be his key tonight.
And his opponent,
You might be right.
from Lafayette, Louisiana, weighing 230 pounds. He is your Pro Wrestling 225 Heavyweight Champion, the Game Changer, Christian Blake.
The heavyweight champion looks ready as ever. I said it at Honor and Pride that he looks somehow more focused, having to go it alone without the help of Jordan Ja or Brett Ian Landry. And I gotta say, he looks even more focused than that tonight.
Maybe by necessity, right? I mean, he's going against somebody that we know. We talked about it. Confidence level through the roof. Ego, insane. Christian Blake has got a different kind of test than Van Vicious tonight.
Well, it's something to keep in mind, Landon. Yes, he looks focused, but is it a little bit of a facade? Is he distracted by the fact that he has to go it alone, that he doesn't have help? Or is it truly going to be the beat of his own drum tonight that leads him to retain that title?
See this vanity over here by Mr. Van Vicious.
And just like that, the mind games begin automatically. Van Vicious acting as if he's got a score to settle with the crowd. But you and I both know he's just trying to get into the head of the champion.
That's exactly right, and we've seen it work for him time and time again. We've seen his battles with Mustang Mike, Can he do it? Can he put it together tonight and walk out heavyweight champion?
Well, think back to Honor and Pride, Landon, right? It was when Christian Blake let his guard down after the match that Van Vicious took advantage and attacked Blake from behind. So all he's looking to do here is really get Christian Blake off of his game.
Spencer, it only takes 3 seconds to become the heavyweight champion.
And just like that again, Van Vicious not ready to go.
And look at the smirk. Look at the smirk. He knows exactly what he's doing. Everything is going according to plan.
I don't know that pissing off Christian Blake is the right plan.
Listen, this is exactly how he tried to do right at the top. He likes to piss off his opponents, try and shake him off his game. But I think you're right. I don't know that that's necessarily the direction you want to go with a man like the Game Changer.
But if Christian Blake is so ready to set it off, this is it. This is what I'm talking about. Taking advantage of the eagerness from Christian Blake.
Wait a minute.
Rolling him in.
Van, double axe handle, gets caught.
I haven't seen Van go off the top very often.
And Christian Blake in his comfort zone.
Whips Vicious across. Ducks. No, there goes Vicious again to the outside. He took 1 or 2 strikes of that Cajun strong style and decided he had enough.
Look, it's smart. He saw the champion was starting to gain that momentum. Whenever Christian Blake starts throwing those elbows, throwing those swings, you get out of town.
Van Vicious thought he outsmarted the champion there. Blake is the one that gets the upper hand, and the pace is quickening now. A couple of forearms, both taking the challenger down.
Van's in trouble.
Big forearm in the corner there, Landon.
Got him right where he wants him.
Oh, to the back of the neck.
This could be it right here. Hooks the leg.
Official George Strong in perfect position there for a count of just 2. But Christian Blake making the statement very clear to Van Vicious right now.
That's absolutely right. And I think Christian Blake, came out with brand new entrance music. We know he is looking to set it off here tonight. He is looking to set a new standard for Pro Wrestling 225 in the heavyweight championship competition, and all eyes in the Super Gold Rumble. All of those competitors, are keeping a close watch on what Christian Blake is doing in this match.
100%. If you are any of those men in the Rumble later tonight, you've got to be absolutely peeled. Your eyes have got to be peeled on this match, as Van Vicious, after pulling the hair of Christian Blake to take him down earlier, he is now in full control.
Hard clothesline, and look at this, Van wasting precious time. Now, what could possibly be the strategy right here? You got Christian Blake back down on the mat, shoulders are down. Sure, you're not going to get a 3 count off the clothesline, but what is pandering to the crowd going to do?
Well, and you see it right there, right? A very cocky pin attempt, just 1 foot very lazily over the heavyweight champion. I think it's still trying to just get into the head of the Game Changer.
We'll see if it works for him. And now going back to the strikes, I think that's going to be a huge misstep in the game of Van Vicious. It's hard in the corner, sternum first, but allows him the opportunity to get the elbow out. And look at this!
A moonsault.
Oh my God! Pulls the hair, but wow, sets up the elbow drop. When's the last time you've seen that from Van Vicious?
Doesn't it make the most sense? When was the last time you saw a moonsault into a hair pull? Like, Van Vicious is so capable, right?
All the talent in the world.
All the talent, but resorts to these low moves just to try to get the upper hand. But he's clearly talented enough to hang. I don't understand it.
Looking to slow the pace here, wear the champion down, and look, you see the placement of the hands covering the mouth of the champion. If the champion can't breathe, how's he gonna fight?
Well, he's trying to feed off of the love here that he's getting shown from the Pro Wrestling 225 family in Houma. He gets back to a vertical base, looking to create some separation. There he is, off the ropes. The Van Vicious right there. Hits him with the kitchen sink.
Shot right to the gut, taking the air right out of the champion. But again, taking his time. This is when you want to capitalize.
But I think this is the pace Van Vicious prefers.
You're right.
You know, if the pace quickens, that's where Christian Blake excels.
Make him think about it.
Let some doubt creep into the champion's head, right?
I think you're exactly right. I think that's exactly the game plan of Van Vicious. Look at this. Look at the power.
Nice slam right there in the center of the ring. Hooks the leg, and just two there.
Wait a minute.
Turned over. Blake nearly retains the championship
Just
there.
about. Oh, man. Didn't see that one coming. Blindside, clothesline, and just like that, Van Vicious is back on top in this championship match.
Is this how you saw this match going, Landon?
Absolutely not. I mean, I think Van Vicious, I mean, it's almost been about 50-50. Maybe Van's even got 60% of the offense in this one so far.
Yeah, he would certainly be ahead on points if this were boxing, right? But Vicious again taking time to taunt with the crowd. Couple of firm right hands onto the champion as Blake back to his feet, but he is now whipped across, but reversed by the game changer. And again runs into a back elbow. Vicious, is he going for another moonsault? Yes.
Nobody home.
Ooh, and a big super kick.
Lightning does not strike twice for Mr. Delicious, and power slam.
And a kick out at 2, but that is the champion, right? Learning while he's in the ring. He adjusted when he needed to and was able to hit that big power slam. And now all of a sudden things are coming up Christian Blake's way.
Talk about adjusting mid-match to what your opponent's dishing out. Nobody does it better than the game changer.
Big chop from Van Vicious. Again, I don't know that I want to get into a striking competition with the champion.
I would.
Oh, up and over. Vicious lands on the apron.
Nobody there. Oh, wait a minute. Look at this. We saw this back at Honor and Pride. Van able to get that dragon suplex.
Catching the champion by surprise, using that apron and the ropes to his advantage to really get the game changer turned around.
And listen, did you see that jump scare agility from Van Vicious? It's almost as if he's luring Christian Blake into a false sense of security by slowing the pace down.
But look at that, the stomp to the game changer. Almost.
How close was that?
We almost just crowned a new heavyweight champion at Super Gold.
Just saw Alexis Windsor pick up the microphone on that one.
I know. Things are looking dire, and this is when you're really able to tell the difference. Where is Brett Ian Landry? Where is he to help strategize and get his client and get this half of the Overboys back into it? Can Christian Blake find it within himself to rebound?
Listen to the Pro Wrestling 225 family.
Going for that stomp again. No, Blake again learns and is able to avoid it. A couple of clotheslines now taking down Van Vicious.
Pace quickening here. The game changer hits the sling blade. He's fired up. He's looking for it. Game over.
And the cover on Vicious.
Super Gold, always such a huge moment for Christian Blake. This year, walks in the champion and walks out.
I know you're watching. Answer me this. Have you asked him about me yet? Either way, after Super Gold, I will be seeing you very, very soon. Pro Wrestling 225 is mine. Needs more cola.
Well, here comes trouble.
Simon Phillips. Man who couldn't even be bothered to show up to Honor and Pride. I guess we should be graced by his presence tonight.
So much has been said about this matchup, Landon. We talked about it in the weeks building up to Super Gold 8, that Steve Anthony was really going to be the measuring stick, was really going to be the proving ground. Could Simon Phillips be ready to take that next step to the main event, right? We saw him come so close with Christian Blake at Iron Sharpens Iron. But he said they don't give you Steve Anthony to prove yourself. They give you Steve Anthony when you've already proven yourself.
Listen, Simon Phillips believes he's ready, and that's half the battle.
According to him, it's the only battle that matters.
This place is about to become unglued.
Meanwhile, the Pro Wrestling 225 family letting the Defiant one hear it.
Steve Anthony letting Simon think about it.
I think if anyone's earned the right to take their time, it's Steve Anthony. Right?
You're right about that. And there he is, one of the most prolific wrestlers in the Gulf South. The exclamation point is ready to tie it up one more time in Houma, Louisiana.
We know the last time we saw Steve Anthony, it was here in Houma, in that street fight at Fright Night against Wardell Walker. And I think it's fair to say that Steve Anthony would have walked out a winner that night if it weren't for.
We cannot wait. Now that's the exclamation point right there. Get hype, stay hype. Anthony is ready for Simon Phillips tonight. There's no doubt about that.
Like I was saying, Steve Anthony very much could have walked out of Fright Night a winner in that street fight if it weren't for the hooded, masked man who came out and cost him that match.
A lot of questions still yet to be answered. You're right, that's the last time we were here. Oh. Steve has some correction. All right, try it again.
And his opponent,
lot of nicknames.
I think Simon Phillips took a nap.
It sure looked that way. Careful with that shirt. That's worth a lot of money.
I know.
Steve Anthony. Got the jokes. Just an incredible guy, incredible aura to be around at all times. But when that bell rings, this man is, well.
What was that? What were you going to say?
Well, I was going to say this man's all business.
I think this is what is so endearing about Steve Anthony to the Pro Wrestling 225 family, though, Landon. Right?
Absolutely.
They know he is as tough as nails. He's as good as they come. But he wants to have a good time out there as well.
Dude's a real guy.
He absolutely just one of the most talented real dudes you've ever met. And it's exciting here. Simon Phillips, this, I was gonna make a point about Simon Phillips, but Steve Anthony, this guy looks like $1 million.
Well, what a test for Simon Phillips at this point in his career. Clearly ready to earn that heavyweight championship opportunity. If you're gonna do it, you're gonna have to go through men like the exclamation point to get there.
Well, and Simon Phillips has made it very clear. After this match with Steve Anthony, he will be in the Super Gold Rumble in our main event. So his eyes are on the prize. But if there's one person who you can't look away from, it's Steve Anthony. You will lose, and it will be over in 3 seconds.
Look, we saw that incredible performance last time we were here in Houma. And it's Steve Anthony knows how to put on main event caliber matches time and time again. And look at this, almost toying with Simon Phillips.
And it's going to be interesting to see here if Phillips gets frustrated with this. Not only, especially if he's going to get out wrestled. And this is look at that, incredible pinning combination. How is Phillips going to respond? The last thing he wants is to be embarrassed by Steve Anthony.
Look, Simon Phillips did a lot of talk leading up to this match. That would be quite the embarrassment, especially getting pinned like that.
So what's your strategy, Landon, if you are Simon Phillips here? He's stuck in this side headlock right now. Anthony has the leverage advantage. But if you are Simon Phillips, how do you take down a legend like Steve Anthony?
Listen, when you're up against somebody like Steve Anthony, a lot of that strategy goes into play way before the bell ever rings. It's all about preparation. How much tape did he watch? How much time did he spend in the gym getting ready for this one? Let me tell you, just looking at him, Simon Phillips is in the best shape of his entire career so far. I think he's got a shot here tonight.
Steve Anthony gets a shot in, big chop across the chest, and Phillips whipped and reversed, up and over, caught the leg, and look at Steve Anthony.
Quick on his feet. Quick with that arm drag, and a hip toss brings him over. Quick lateral press, and Simon gets the shoulders up.
Well, and that speaks to the experience of Steve Anthony, right? Was he going to get a three count on that pinfall attempt after the hip toss? No, probably not. But he's making Phillips expend more and more energy, forcing him to kick out. And now, of course, as he has him hard to breathe here in the submission.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things we know Steve Anthony does so well. Wear down his opponent. He's able to be quick on his feet, but also slow the pace when it suits him. And look at these lightning fast arm drags.
Another cover over the top. Phillips kicks out at one, and there's a little look for you.
Well, oh! Steve Anthony's not gonna take that.
Big mistake.
I would say so.
Oh, and he doubles down. He does it again. Is there anyone as brash as Simon Phillips? Was that a third?
Well, Simon, nice knowing you. Oh my
Lighting up the
God.
chest of the Defiant One. Why in the world would you want to piss that man off?
Got 3 points through the uprights. Only a 2 count.
Kick out at 2 from Phillips. And You can tell the demeanor of the exclamation point has changed. And a big right hand.
I mean, just punched the taste out of Simon's mouth with that one. And Steve Anthony goes up, but no,
Look at
Simon
that.
catches him.
Oh, and into the ring post.
What did I say? Simon studied the tape.
Oh,
Double knees
God.
to the back. Simon's got it right where he wants him. Hooks the leg. No, Steve kicks out before he gets a chance. But look at this. Right on the attack. This is exactly what Simon Phillips needs to do.
really, really impressive work from Phillips there.
This is what confidence will do for you. Being in there, we saw Simon was under a awful assault. And just like that, able to turn things around. He did not allow Steve Anthony to get in his head.
Let me ask you this. Oh! As Steve Anthony hollows out the chest of Simon Phillips.
Oh, man. Talk about heavy hitting action.
Oh.
Pro Wrestling 225.
Let me ask you this, Landon. Up and the top. Look at this just now, right hands.
Des Press just sitting on him.
Simon Phillips no-showed his match against Brandon Collins at Honor and Pride. Does he feel like this is the distraction?
Oh!
As he drops Steve Anthony into the middle turnbuckle there and stomps away. We've seen this before from Phillips.
Good Lord! Maximum velocity. Only a 2 count, but Steve Anthony is reeling here at Super Gold.
Phillips said that Collins was not worth his time, right? Steve Anthony is. Apparently Simon Phillips is only a prize fighter. Is that sort of attitude going to come back to hurt him?
Listen, Simon Phillips is ready to move on. In his mind, Brandon Collins and JTN, his brothers in Disobey, were only holding him back. Simon Phillips sees his potential, and listen, the dude's got buckets load up.
Speaking of, oh wait, caught by Anthony.
Trying to get that boot to face, but oh! Here he is
And big time German with the bridge. And a kick out by the exclamation point. Simon Phillips giving Steve Anthony all he can handle.
and more. Look at these knees right to the temple of the exclamation point. Simon Phillips, really, really impressive. And you know, here at Super Gold, beautiful suplex. He needs to impress. All eyes are on Simon Phillips right now. What a performance. But can he get the job done? Can he find a way to put away Steve Anthony? Ooh, talk about the experience factor. This man's traveled the entire globe.
We've seen that before from
Could be in
Phillips.
trouble.
Is that enough? No, just able to kick out.
Come on, DJ!
Simon Phillips maybe showing just a little bit of that frustration creeping in there, Spencer. But wait a minute. Okay, Simon Phillips, refocused. Gets him up. Using that power. Huge power slam. Sets up Simon. He's gonna.
The Pro Wrestling 225 family begging for Anthony to get out of the way here. Phillips, oh!
Tried for that axe handle, but lands hard on his knees. Nobody home. This could be an opening for Steve Anthony. Can he capitalize? Able to roll out the way again. Hard shot with solar plexus.
Man, nobody throws hands like Anthony does. Whips Phillips across. Oh, big clothesline, takes him down.
Simon quickly trying to get back to his feet. Steve Anthony expediting things. Big back body drop.
Look at that elevation.
Pro Wrestling 225 family getting Steve Anthony back in this thing.
Here we go.
Double underhook and oh man!
You can count to hot.
What? Steve Anthony puts the exclamation point on Simon Phillips.
And he kicks out.
What a match. That's the kind of resolve that Simon Phillips is going to need to show if he's going to make it to the Pro Wrestling 225 Heavyweight Championship. Are we going to see more of that kind of guts out of Simon in the Super Gold Rumble later tonight?
Plenty of business to keep taken care of here in the ring still. Big kicks there from Anthony.
I mean, hard shots. Oh, tried to go to the well too many times. Caught this time. Simon's in trouble here. Plants it. And here we go.
We've seen this before. The king of moonsault lands on his feet. Uh-oh, Simon Phillips, watch out!
Heads up. Oh my God. Suicide dive takes down Simon Phillips. Steve Anthony laying it all on the line here at Super Gold 8.
Can you believe that? Listen to Houma.
He is fired up.
He just about sent Phillips to the back row there.
Definitely did.
God.
Felt like this entire place just shifted.
Throws Phillips back into the ring. The wait
This-
taking a little bit of time.
Simon not allowing Steve to get back set. Really smart.
Blocks it.
Has the damage been done here?
Head first into the turnbuckle goes Phillips.
Keep your eyes on the
Bang
prize.
again, look at that cross body from the top.
Did you?
Two. And another kick out. Simon Phillips refuses to die here at Super Gold.
Did you see the height Steve Anthony got on that crossbody? I've never seen anything like
He almost
that.
hit the ceiling. What is it gonna take?
Might be over right here. Steve Anthony got Simon Phillips locked in. Oh!
I don't think your body's supposed to stretch that way.
Oh, Simon's in trouble. He's in deep. He's got nowhere to go. The ropes may as well be in Alabama right now.
Wait. Bordell Walker is here at Super Gold. We know he's set to face Braxton Hunter later tonight.
There's some unfinished business between Walker and Anthony.
And look at that smirk. Anthony had this thing won.
Wait a minute, Simon with the roll up. Catches Steve by surprise. Steve's able to kick out. Simon comes up.
Oh, super kick. Thanks for coming, Bordell Walker.
Steve Anthony had eyes in the back of his head. Got him up.
wait.
Oh no, takes out a referee with the airplane spin. Referee's down. Steve Anthony's not letting that slow him down.
But
Is he gonna hit it?
Phillips is there in position. This is Anthony's moment, the king of the 450.
Take it while you got it.
Hits
Picture
it.
perfect.
And the cover.
Oh, come on.
Bordell Walker, a kendo stick to the back. Why?
And oh my God, Bordell plants Steve Anthony. Why?
Oh my God. Don't tell me. Bordell now willing our official DJ Petrie to the cover. sure Simon Phillips, who just notched perhaps the biggest win of his career, is going to take full credit for the work done by the ring wrecker,
Well, listen,
Bordell Walker.
I mean, look, take the match back to before Bordell Walker inserted himself into this decision. Simon Phillips did have an incredible showing against Steve Anthony, but could he have gotten the job done on his own? That remains to be seen.